I guess I'll start with this character, because let's be real here, this is like the most controversial character, I would say. Just because she's literally McCree, but better. She has the same, essentially the same damage, right? Headshot and like a little less of body shot. I think McCree's 3 shots instead of 4. But yeah. I don't know how you add a character to the game that, a support character to the game that does the same damage as a DPS character. That doesn't make any sense. Not to mention, they make you immortal, cleanse all your status effects, heals you, and boops targets away. Literally every single ability in this entire game added into one. The only thing she doesn't do is give you like extra health. That's the only thing she's missing. It's nuts. I don't know how that gets through like testing and be like, yeah, this is a good ability. Not to mention, her kunais are pretty easy to hit. The character just has so much mobility on top of like the damage and healing it produces that it's really just so good. As a support character, I feel like she is the best. The only reason like I would say Ana or like Bap gets played is just because, well, Bap's really easy. You know, it's kind of like right click the floor and immort when you're like low. When your tank's low, left shift, super easy to play and heal. Got a lot of heals out and damage. It's just too much in my opinion. This character needs some sort of like nerf to her damage, really. I don't think anyone has a problem if she's escapable but heals a decent amount, you know? Suzu should get like a nerf or something. Maybe not make you immortal, because we don't need more immortalities in the game. There's too many as is. One was more than enough. That no one wanted to begin with. Everyone hates immortality field. You go for a crazy like shatter or pulse bomb and then, oh, immortality, so no one dies, you know? Fun interactive ability. High skill character, you know? It's ridiculous. They made one mistake, and instead of improving on that mistake, they made it worse by adding more immortalities. Because technically, life curve isn't immortality. That's not the right one. That doesn't make any sense. You add 3 immorts to the game after everyone complains about 1. That doesn't make any sense in the slightest. I don't understand why they would do that. The entire period he's in that, he's immortal, and I'm pretty sure you could heal during that, right? I mean, you yourself can't. But if you have like an honor or something, can they heal through it? I don't know. Probably. And I don't think anyone asked for it, you know? Okay, I actually think I can heal through that, even while I'm pulling him. I'm not sure why they gave break buffs, even though everyone was saying please don't. But Blizzard knows better than all their players combined, because they are the almighty company of, I don't know, champions, I guess. They're just so much smarter than everyone. And they have a very thriving ecosystem of their games. Very lots of players, lots of money coming in. Yeah, totally not players complaining about a $15, basically like a $15 what do you call it? Extension pack? No. What is the word I'm looking for? I can't remember the word, but I'm probably putting in editing or something. But you give people $15 PVE after canceling the actual huge PVE you promised everyone for years at this point. And then you're just like, yeah, it's the same thing. It's still coming. It's just a different form. And then everyone's like, but it's not. And you're like, no, it is. Trying to like dilute themselves of the truth at this point, because they can't even handle themselves, like what's happening. They have no idea what's happening. They have no idea what's going on. They're so out of touch with everyone. It's crazy. They gave McCree and May CC updates, even though everyone was complaining that no one wanted more CC in the game. I don't know why they did that, but they insist they know best. And so we got the CC changes, and just like everyone said, everyone hated it. It made no sense. McCree can literally throw his nade across the map and hit someone, not even aiming at them. Ana, I'm fine with it. Give her back 80 damage instead of 85, just to make her a little better, in my opinion. They didn't really need to take away her heal nade. I don't know why they did that. More diveable, I guess, but it's whatever. No one really was saying Ana was like a needs balance changes. Everyone's pretty fine with her. Baptiste, he was pretty out of meta for a while, but I think he's fine where he is because he's played with Rush, and Sigma, so you're fine with that. You buffed Brig and gave her Super Rally, trying to like buff her back into meta, and now she's like once again one of the best supports you could even pick in every comp now. Because her rally, she gives extra heals. She has an extra stun now, and she does a stupid amount of healing and damage at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. A tracer tries to dive you, a bad tracer, let's say, and they like you get one whip shot off, you bash whip shot, and you're dead. You're dead. GG. Back to spawning with you, and that's not much like skill at all. But they don't care. They don't even play their game, I bet. It's so weird. They make random balance changes that like make no sense. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I remember this, and I will always bring it back to this. Back when goats was a thing, and possibly coming down to like double shield, I think Jeff Kaplan said something about the only unbalanced thing they think is Ana on console. She does like a little too much or a little too little healing or damage, and so they want to buff her ammo by 3. And seeing the ball change recently, where they made his like reload like 1.8 seconds instead of 2, that's exactly what came to my mind. They probably think that the game is like really balanced and really well made right now, but their entire community is like, this is the worst time to play Overwatch. Like look at this, 750 HP shield with a multi-stun, which does 2 flail shots. What? Who thought that was a good idea? Who put this in the game? Actually, fire them. Who comes up with these ideas? They should not be on the team. It is crazy to me that this stuff even makes it past a paper, just on a thought process. How do you think? Let's give Brig just straight up more shield health than a Winston bubble, than a Zarya bubble, than a default E from ball. How is that your thought process? She has more health than Sigma shield. Are you joking? How is that a thing? It's ridiculous. It really is. No one likes that. Moira, she's bad. She's stupid. At this point, you might as well remove the character. We don't talk about this character. We don't talk about this character. I'm crazy. I'm not that crazy. I like to live. I'm not trying to be hunted down by the Mercy community. I'm good. I'm still a little bit sane. I play this game a lot, but I'm still a little bit sane. A little bit. Lifeweaver is a joke. I think he's like a fine character. I think this is how all supports should be built. Like you do a bit of healing, you do some damage, you have an escape like this to help your teammates, and then something to help them, like get away, like a life grip, but not necessarily this, because this is garbage. I don't think anyone likes playing against that. People don't like getting pulled by it. People don't like getting their target pulled away by it. And of course, you can still troll with it, even though I haven't seen that much. Surprisingly, very surprisingly, I haven't seen that much. But that might be because we have such a low player base. Now we just don't have any trolls left. They all left to go troll like Valorant and Fortnite and shit. Because they're all like actually just like better games than Overwatch, which is nuts. I don't know what they were thinking, but this is stupid. I don't like this at all. Also, this doesn't break when the cart goes through it. It just pushes it. So it's like 10 times better than a Mei wall, It's just a huge Mei wall that heals you and can't be broken unless you like do like 10k damage, It's really stupid. I don't think anyone likes it, but I could be wrong. I could always be wrong. This is just my thoughts.
So get away, another way to feel what you do.